Isn't it funny how sometimes what we think is incredibly good for us might actually be doing the opposite? We try our best to eat healthy, to make sure we're getting all those essential nutrients, especially as we get a little older. We hear about how important leafy greens are, and we dutifully add them to our plates, believing we're doing our bones a big favor. But what if I told you that one very common, seemingly innocent leafy green, a staple in many healthy diets, might actually be subtly working against your bone strength? Imagine the frustration, the quiet worry, of feeling less sturdy than you once were, of knowing that a simple misstep could lead to a fracture that changes everything. It's a painful reality for too many of us. The creeping concern about bone weakness. We're all looking for ways to stay strong, active, and independent, aren't we? Well, the truth is, this particular green contains a compound that can interfere with your body's ability to absorb one of the most crucial minerals for bone health: calcium. It's a surprising twist, something not many people talk about, but it's vital information for anyone over 60 who wants to keep their bones as strong as possible. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on this particular leafy green, explain exactly why it might be a silent saboteur for your bones, and most importantly, we're going to dive deep into a whole range of delicious, accessible foods you absolutely should be eating instead. We'll also cover other incredibly simple habits that, when combined with the right nutrition, will help build and maintain robust bones, keeping you active and confident. So, settle in, because what we're about to discuss could truly change how you approach your daily meals. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's begin by shining a light on that surprising culprit we just hinted at. It's a green that's practically synonymous with health and strength. Often portrayed in cartoons and health books as a powerhouse of nutrition, I'm talking about spinach. Now, before you gasp and toss out all your frozen bags, let me explain. Spinach is indeed packed with vitamins and minerals, including calcium. That's where the confusion often comes in. We see calcium on the label, and we think, great for bones. However, spinach also contains something called oxalic acid, or oxalates. Think of oxalates as tiny little hands that grab onto calcium molecules in your digestive system. When they bind together, they form a compound that your body simply can't absorb. It's like having a key that doesn't fit the lock. So, even though spinach has calcium, a significant portion of it becomes unavailable to your body because of these oxalates. For someone younger, with a robust digestive system and plenty of dietary calcium from other sources, this might not be a huge issue. Their bodies can usually compensate. But as we age, our ability to absorb nutrients naturally declines, and our bones become more vulnerable. If you're regularly relying on spinach as a primary source of calcium, or if your overall calcium intake is already on the lower side, then the oxalic acid in spinach could be quietly hindering your bone health without you even realizing it. It's not about spinach being bad or toxic. It's about understanding its limitations and ensuring you're getting truly bioavailable calcium. So, what can you do? Well, if you absolutely love spinach, you don't necessarily have to eliminate it entirely. Cooking spinach, particularly steaming or blanching it and then draining the water, can help reduce its oxalate content. The oxalates leach out into the cooking water. However, it's still not going to be the most efficient way to get your calcium. The smarter approach, especially for us over 60, is to swap it out for other leafy greens and foods that are rich in calcium, but low in oxalates, making their calcium much more accessible. Think of it as choosing the VIP lane for your bones. Let's talk about some incredible alternatives that truly deliver. First on the list, and a fantastic swap for spinach, are collard greens. These are nutritional powerhouses, incredibly rich in calcium, and very low in oxalates. Collard greens are also packed with vitamin K, which is another superstar for bone health, helping to guide calcium into your bones where it belongs. They might take a little longer to cook than spinach, but a simple stew with a bit of smoked turkey or a flavorful ham hock makes for a delicious and bone-strengthening meal. You can also lightly sauté them with garlic and a splash of vinegar. Another wonderful green to embrace is cooked kale. While raw kale does contain some oxalates, cooking it significantly reduces them. And kale is an excellent source of calcium, vitamin K, and many other beneficial nutrients. Think of a hearty kale and white bean soup, or simply stir-fried kale as a side dish. Broccoli is another unsung hero for bone health. It's loaded with calcium and vitamin K. Plus, it's a fantastic source of vitamin C, which is essential for collagen formation. The protein framework of your bones. Roasting broccoli brings out its nutty flavor, making it a delicious and easy addition to any meal. Don't forget about fortified plant milks, like almond milk, oat milk, or soy milk, which are often fortified with calcium and vitamin D, making them an easy way to boost your daily intake, whether in your coffee, cereal, or a smoothie. These are readily absorbed and provide a significant calcium boost. Incorporating these greens and calcium-fortified options into your diet, rather than relying heavily on high oxalate spinach, will give your bones the direct, usable calcium they need to stay strong. Now that we've discussed some fantastic, bone-friendly greens and calcium sources, let's explore other crucial nutrients and habits that work hand in hand to fortify your skeleton from the inside out. Beyond just avoiding the high oxalate greens and swapping in better calcium sources, there are several other critical nutrients and habits that truly form the backbone, pun intended, of strong, resilient bones as we age. Let's talk about vitamin D. You might hear about vitamin D a lot, and there's a good reason for it. It's absolutely essential. Think of vitamin D as the bouncer at the calcium club. It's responsible for regulating calcium and phosphate in your body, essentially telling your intestines to absorb calcium from the food you eat. Without enough vitamin D, you could be consuming all the calcium in the world, but your body simply won't be able to put it to good use. So, where do we get this vital sunshine vitamin? The most natural way is through safe sun exposure. Just 10 to 30 minutes of midday sun exposure, a few times a week, can help your body produce vitamin D. Of course, always be mindful of your skin and sun protection. For many of us, especially in less sunny climates or during winter months, getting enough vitamin D from the sun alone can be tricky. That's where food comes in. Fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines are excellent sources. A delicious baked salmon fillet a couple of times a week can make a real difference. You'll also find vitamin D in fortified foods like milk, some yogurts, and cereals. And, if your doctor recommends it, a vitamin D supplement can be a very effective way to ensure you're hitting your targets, especially since so many older adults are deficient. Getting enough vitamin D doesn't just help your bones, it also plays a role in muscle strength, which means fewer falls and less risk of fracture. Next up, let's talk about a lesser-known but equally crucial vitamin for bone health, vitamin K2. Most people are familiar with vitamin K1 found in leafy greens, which is important for blood clotting. But K2 is the real bone architect. Think of K2 as the traffic controller for calcium. Its job is to direct calcium to where it needs to go, into your bones and teeth, and importantly, away from places it shouldn't be, like your arteries and soft tissues, where it can cause calcification. Without enough K2, calcium might not end up in your bones as efficiently, even if you're getting plenty of calcium and vitamin D. So, where do you find this vital nutrient? The best dietary source of vitamin K2 is natto, a traditional Japanese fermented soybean product, which I know might not be to everyone's taste, but don't worry. You can also find good amounts in certain animal products and fermented foods. High-fat dairy from grass-fed cows, like specific cheeses such as Gouda, Brie, and Jarlsberg, are good sources. Egg yolks, particularly from pasture-raised hens, and some meats also contain K2. It really highlights the importance of a varied and balanced diet for true bone health. Then there's magnesium, another unsung hero for your bones. While calcium often gets all the attention, magnesium is just as vital, playing a role in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body, many of which are directly related to bone health. It's involved in activating vitamin D, which we just discussed, and it's a structural component of bone itself. About 50–60% of the body's total magnesium is found in the bones. Low magnesium levels can lead to weaker bones, even if your calcium intake is adequate. So, what foods are rich in magnesium? Think almonds, avocados, dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. Legumes like black beans and lentils, whole grains, and seeds such like pumpkin seeds and chia seeds. Adding a handful of almonds to your daily snack, or incorporating more beans into your soups and stews, can significantly boost your magnesium intake. It's about building a strong foundation. And magnesium is a key part of that architectural blueprint. Finally, let's not forget about protein. Often, when we think of bone health, we only think of minerals. But bones are living tissue, and they're made up of a matrix of protein, primarily collagen, with minerals deposited on top. If you don't have enough protein, your body can't build or repair this essential bone matrix. Protein also helps support muscle mass, which is incredibly important for preventing falls, which are a major cause of fractures in older adults. Strong muscles provide better balance and support for your skeleton. So, make sure you're getting enough high-quality protein from sources like lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, and plant-based options like tofu, tempeh, and legumes. A piece of grilled chicken or fish, a couple of eggs for breakfast, or a serving of lentils in your lunch can all contribute significantly to your bone health. All these nutrients and habits work together, creating a powerful synergy for strong, resilient bones that can support you through all of life's adventures. So, as we've seen, while we often strive to eat healthy greens, sometimes even the best intentions can have an unexpected outcome if we're not fully aware of how different nutrients interact. The key takeaway from our chat today is to be mindful of that popular green, spinach, due to its high oxalate content, which can actually hinder your body's ability to absorb calcium, especially as we get a little older and our nutrient absorption naturally becomes less efficient. Instead, embracing delicious and bone-friendly alternatives like collard greens, cooked kale, and broccoli will give your bones the usable calcium they truly need. But it doesn't stop there. True bone strength is a team effort. We dove into the critical importance of vitamin D, which acts as the gatekeeper, allowing calcium into your system. Whether it's from safe sun exposure, fatty fish, or fortified foods. Then there's the often overlooked but vital vitamin K2, the wise guide that ensures calcium finds its way directly into your bones and stays out of your arteries. We found K2 in some wonderful cheeses and egg yolks. And don't forget magnesium, the unsung hero. A fundamental building block of bone and an activator for so many processes, found in nuts, seeds, and even dark chocolate. Finally, we talked about protein, the very framework of your bones, essential for building and repairing bone tissue, and crucial for maintaining muscle mass to prevent falls. Remember, small, consistent changes truly can make a big difference to your health and happiness. It's not about perfection, it's about making smarter choices. One meal, one habit at a time. Think of it as investing in your future self, ensuring you have the strength and vitality to enjoy every moment. Changing how you approach your diet, even by swapping out one type of green for another, or being more mindful of your vitamin D and K2 intake, can significantly impact your bone density and overall resilience. This isn't just about avoiding fractures, it's about maintaining your independence, your mobility, and your zest for life. We all want to keep doing the things we love, whether that's gardening, playing with grandchildren, or simply enjoying a walk in the park. Strong bones are your foundation for all of that. What's your favorite bone-building meal or a simple habit you've adopted for better bone health? We'd love to hear your experiences and tips in the comments below. Sharing our knowledge helps us all grow stronger together. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more practical advice and inspiring ideas to help you live your best life at every age.